Today, we are entering a completely different level of English communication. Not travel English, not restaurant English, not casual social English, but something that shapes careers, decisions, opportunities, and professional success. Business English communication in meetings. Now, let's be very clear from the beginning. In real business meetings, people do not use complicated English to sound smart. They use clear English to sound effective. Because in professional environments, clarity is more powerful than complexity. So your goal is not to impress. Your goal is to be understood. Now imagine this. You are sitting in a meeting room at a company called Horizon Global Solutions. People from different departments are present. A project manager is leading the discussion, and someone says, "Let's start by introducing ourselves briefly." This is your first moment. And your introduction should be simple, confident, and structured. You can say, "Good morning, everyone. My name is Alex. I work in the marketing department. I focus on digital strategy and customer engagement." That's it. No long speech.
No complicated vocabulary.
Just clear identity and role. Now, let's move into one of the most important business skills, sharing opinions. Many learners are afraid to speak in meetings because they think their English must be perfect. But in real meetings, even native speakers use simple structures. You can say, "In my opinion, this approach could work well."
Or,
"I think we should consider another option."
or,
"From my perspective, this is a strong idea." Notice something important. You are not guessing. You're not hesitating. You are expressing. Now let's talk about agreement and disagreement. This is one of the most valuable professional skills. If you agree, you can say, "I completely agree with that point. That makes a lot of sense. I support this idea." If you disagree, you do not need to be aggressive. You can say, "I see your point, but I have a different view. That's interesting. However, I think we may need another approach. I understand the idea, but I'm not fully convinced yet." Now here is a very important fluency principle. Professional English is not emotional English. It is controlled English. You stay calm, respectful, and clear even when you disagree. Now, let's go deeper into one of the most powerful meeting skills, presenting ideas. Imagine you are asked, "Can you explain your proposal?" You can respond like this.
"Sure.
My proposal focuses on improving customer satisfaction by simplifying our communication process. First, we reduce response time. Second, we improve clarity in messaging. And finally, we provide faster support channels." Notice how structured that is. Simple language, clear sequence, strong logic. Now, let's talk about asking questions in meetings. Many learners stay silent because they fear sounding wrong. But in professional environments, questions show engagement and intelligence. You can say, "Could you clarify the timeline for this project? May I ask how this decision was made? What are the main challenges we are expecting?" These are powerful, professional, and natural. Now, let's move into negotiation language. This is where English becomes very practical. Imagine discussing deadlines or resources. You can say, "Would it be possible to extend the deadline by 1 week? Can we find a middle ground on this issue? Is there any flexibility in the budget?" Now here is an advanced fluency insight. In business English, soft language is powerful language. Instead of saying, "This is wrong," you say, "I think there may be a small issue here." Instead of, "You must change this," you say, "Could we consider adjusting this part?" Soft language creates cooperation, not conflict. Now, let's talk about something very important, handling pressure in meetings. Sometimes you may not understand everything, and that is normal. You can say, "Could you repeat that last part, please? Sorry, I didn't fully catch that. Could you explain that in a bit more detail?" These are not signs of weakness. They are signs of professionalism. Now, let's talk about one of the most overlooked skills in English, summarizing. At the end of discussions, you may need to confirm understanding. You can say, "So, just to summarize, we will focus on improving communication, reduce response time, and review progress next week." This shows clarity and leadership. Now here is something important. In meetings, people remember clarity more than vocabulary. They remember confidence more than grammar. Now, let's talk about closing meetings. You can say, "Thank you everyone for your time today. It was a productive discussion. Let's follow up on the next steps." These simple sentences leave a professional impression. Now, let's reflect on something deeper. Business English is not only about language. It is about mindset. It is about how you think when you speak. Do you hesitate, or do you express? Do you fear mistakes, or do you focus on meaning? Do you stay silent, or do you participate? Now, let me give you a very important truth. Every confident professional speaker started as a nervous beginner. The difference is practice, repetition, exposure, and courage. Now, before we continue, I want you to commit to something. Start speaking English in real or simulated business situations, even alone, even imperfectly, because fluency is built through action, not theory. And if you're serious about improving your English speaking skills, subscribe to Daily English, like this video, and comment, "I speak professional English confidently," so you commit to your progress. Now, let's go deeper into something powerful. Real business fluency is not about speaking more. It is about speaking with purpose. Every sentence should have intention. Every word should move the conversation forward. Now imagine how your life changes when you can confidently speak in meetings. You are no longer afraid of opportunities. You are no longer silent in discussions. You are no longer dependent on others to express your ideas. You become a communicator, a contributor, a decision maker. So keep practicing,
Keep listening.
and most importantly, keep speaking. Because English is not just a skill. It is your professional voice in the world.